Schofield starting off the pole. Matty Wise alongside. Brad still up to the 3rd spot. Good drive from him. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with in this race. Matthew Kinsman in the 4th. Aaron Marr and Chris Cox in the 5th and 6th. So they're coming up to the start now. Schofield's got a good jump. Matty Wise trying to move across onto that inside line. And he can't quite do it, but he's stuck around the outside of Brad Still, and then Kinsman's got down the inside, is still there. Can he get him back on the way out? Oh, there's a couple of cuts come together, and that's James Penrose is in there. That is a shocking result for him. The current national champion is stuck there in the middle of the circuit, and he is not happy about it. Getting right into the tuning of that kart. It's a pretty good indication that he's pretty disappointed. And there's another kart up there in the corner. I can't quite see who that is. Looks like a Monaco. And I think that's Olivia Yardley. She's had a bad day after yesterday, and it's all going bad again. So the order there: Schofield, Wise, Kinsman up to 3rd. Brad still there in 4th spot. Chris Cox 5th. Aaron Marr, Alex Geary in the 7th spot. He's won this title before. Scott Williams 8th. And Ryan Kappelman in the 9th spot. Reece Tinney, the North Island champ, is down in 10th. So it looks like, as I look out the commentary box here, I can't see. James Penrose has not got himself started, so he's having another go at it, but he will be gutted. He's not going to get that thing started. So still Schofield. He's been the man to beat all day, and he's showing that he can drive in any conditions that you throw at him. Matty Wise, you'll notice there that Matty's sitting a lot higher in the kart, and a few of the other drivers are the same. What they've done there is they've just put a couple of blocks, or they've lifted the seat up so that the centre of gravity is high. That helps with lateral loading of the tyre, create a little bit more side bite in these wet conditions. Of course, if the track does dry out, he's going to want to try and minimise that height that he's got. So it's still Schofield. Looks like a little bit of a dry line there, but you'll notice that some of the surface of the track there is a little bit different to the other surface, which means that it dries either faster or slower, and that can create havoc when you're going onto a slick tyre and part of the surface of the track is still wet. So Kinsman there in the 3rd spot. He's trying to hang on. He's had a fantastic day yesterday, and that looks like Reece Tinney looking down the inside of the 96 of Ryan Kappelman from Wellington. A couple of guys running side by side there. That's Reece got it, the position. So still Schofield. That bunch of karts there is really building up. The front three have really bridged themselves away from that chase group, led there by Brad Still, I believe. Aaron Marr in behind him, and Chris Cox is in there too. It looks like that's the number 11 of Aaron Marr getting through, and the 41 of Scott Williams has come through too. So Brad missed out big time there. Brad Still super fast in the dry conditions earlier today. Got himself onto 3rd for this pre-final grid, and now he's just dropping back in these conditions. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna have a go at Schofield. He's too fast in these conditions. Those front three pretty much matched for time. The order now from 4th is Aaron Marr, Scott Williams, Chris Cox, and Brad Still shuffled all the way back to 7th on that last lap. So he won't be happy, especially after that earlier performance today. I can just see those guys that got caught up in that first lap incident. James Penrose not happy, shaking his head at the moment. So Schofield still leads Matty Wise. Kinsman sitting back in third. Fantastic result for him yesterday in the Rotax Light. That's the class that he focuses on with the Sodi team. So his result in KZ2 was a bit of a icing on the cake. And hopefully he can get another result today. That'd be fantastic if he could do the double. You can see the carts there looking for a bit of water, so it certainly is starting to dry out now. And it goes Reese Tinney down the inside of Chris Cox. And he's signalling to him he wants to go forward. He's got some pace. Brad Still's being knocked back further again. He's down to 9th on that last lap. Still those front three, a little bit of a buffer. Back to the 4th spot. Still very wet down that end of the track. So Schofield leads Wise. Kinsman third. Back to Aaron Maher and Scott Williams. Reese Tinney's got himself up to 6th. He's going to be looking to put some pressure on. He's had a shocker of a weekend so far, so to get himself up for this pre-final and the grid for the final is a good result. One thing I do want to mention here is that we have missed out with the Praga kart of Daniel Kinsman after he had a bit of an accident yesterday. He is not going to be competing today, which is a shame. He would have been really fast, I believe. Kinsman brothers really set these senior classes on fire in the last couple of years. So still, Schofield, comfortable. 3 to go on this 11-lap pre-final. And Reese Tinney's had a look down the inside of Scott Williams there. He's not got it. Super drive from Reese Tinney in the North Island Champ Kart. So that second group there fighting for 4th is really close. Still a lot of standing water around that area of the track. Then you come over to this side and there's a bit more sun. Maybe a different surface. It seems to just be clearing that water off a bit faster. So it'll be interesting to see. We've got 2 to go now. Tinney needs to make a move if he wants to get past, and he's not going to get it done there. He's getting held up a little bit there by the 41 of Scott Williams. This has been another impressive drive from Andy Schofield. He's been untouchable all day, but we've seen that yesterday, and it didn't result in a national title. Is that looks like Tinney might have got past, and he's putting some pressure on. Last lap now for Schofield. Matty Wise having a look to see where Kinsman is, and it's Aaron Maher, and then it is Reese Tinney. So Tinney's got him over the back of the track. Scott Williams now in behind. Will Reese be able to get him down into this left-hander? He's having a look. So Reese Tinney is down on the inside. He's got past Scott Williams and Aaron Maher, so he's up into the 4th spot. Fantastic drive for him after a shocking day. So still the front three just trucking around, matching each other for pace all day. And there it is, Reese Tinney leads Aaron Maher. What a drive from Reese Tinney. Andy Schofield takes the checkered flag straight into the jets, and he's trying to fill that thing with some fuel to cool it down. Great drive there from Reese Tinney to take the 4th spot from Aaron Maher on that last lap. Scott Williams 6th. Alex Gary's pipped Chris Cox on that last lap. Brad's still down in 9th. He won't be happy with that one. Ryan Kappelman rounds out the top 10 with Nathan Reed up into 11th spot.